Welcome to Vlogmas Day 21. I cannot believe I've made it this far in Vlogmas. And today we're going to talk about something really serious because we are very close to the actual day of Christmas. So I want to talk about something kind of serious today: how to handle family conflict on Christmas. So hopefully you're seeing this before Christmas, but you can definitely use these little tips that I'm going to share with you any time of the year with almost any conflict. So I see a lot of fun memes on the internet talking about what people are like gearing up and getting ready to argue about over holiday dinner. And I respect you. If that is what you want to do and that's the path you want to take, then you feel it's necessary, then I am not the one to tell you not to do that because it might be important. But if you are just a little bit annoyed with someone, if something is going on in your family with a family member or a friend who's going to be at Christmas dinner who is not, like whatever's going on, it's not like the end of the world. No one is dead. Nobody is trying to like take somebody's rights away. Nobody is being sexist or racist, but there's still some other kind of tension that you maybe are still feeling, but you don't want to address at Christmas time. This is the video for you, and I'm going to share 5 tips with you to help you deal with this. So tip number 1, today I have visual aids, okay? And I hope that you guys appreciate them because accidentally smelling these markers while I made these visual aids has me a little bit in a tizzy. Don't sniff markers accidentally. Okay, so let's get started. So should you go over to your grandmother's house and fight? So wherever the dinner is, your mama's house, your grandmother's house, boys and girls, are we going to go over there and fight? Now, we're not going to go over there and fight. We're not going to go over there with the energy of fight in our system. Instead, we are just going to go over there for a little while, okay? So, or if you are like my family, the dinner / after party might last, but like 4 hours. It might last all day for you. I don't know. But I do know the longer you are subjected to someone or something that is an irritant, the worse the outcome. So instead of just saying, you know what, I'm going to go over there for the whole time and I'm just going to like nuck if they buck. No. Instead, just say, you know what? I'm going to go over there. I'm going to show my face. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to not stay too long. Okay. Know thyself. I think Plato said that, the Greek philosopher. Know thyself. Know in your mind how long you can reasonably be around this other person or this group of people who like low-key have already pissed you off, but already just have a time in your heart and in your mind. You don't have to tell anybody, but you can hit the door, knock, 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 and know in your mind, okay, I'm going to stay over here 90 minutes, and then I'm going to say, oh, I got to head out. If you're one of those people that takes 45 minutes to say goodbye, then go in there at 45-minute mark, start saying your goodbye, and get your ass on back to your house, okay? So that way you've seen your family, your friends, or whatever. You've hung out a little bit. You're in a few pictures, Maybe you had a little, like, one drink. You had a little slice of pie, whatever. And then you can go and still keep the peace and hopefully work on whatever's going on over the next 12 months, and next Christmas you'll be all set to stay for the whole time. Number 2, another way you can deal with this kind of situation. Should you go over there and argue about long-held issues, okay? I'm not calling any names, but I know people who have had mild grudges against other people for longer than I have been alive. And let's just say, boys and girls, I was not born yesterday. So if you're one of those people who, like, back in 1963, Jack kicked my dog and I'm still mad about it. You know what, Jack? Go to hell. But for Christmas, holiday season, that's not the energy that we want to keep. Instead, we want to keep topics surface level and try to pass on touchy subjects. Again, think about the topic that is hurting you. Is this something that has to be resolved or will reasonably be resolved on Christmas Day? No matter what it is, it probably won't be. I'm so sorry to tell you that. So if it's something that is not earth-shattering, if it is because your cousin bought the same color Range Rover that you were going to buy and she bought it first and you're mad about that, that's one of these things. Who cares, okay? Don't talk about the Range Rover when you go over there. Instead, talk about whatever your little naughty head children are doing. Talk about the elf on the shelf, the weather, the thing people constantly talk about for some reason, okay? Those are all really good things to talk about to kind of keep the peace as much as you can and for as long as you can. For you, that might be 45 minutes, and that's all right. Next, should you... Let's see. I'm a little mixed up. Hold on. Okay, and I'm not. Should you go over there and be in their face? So you go over there and Louise, who bought the same color Range Rover that you wanted, are you going to go over there and like be all in her face? Look at how close. Look at this illustration. Look at how close these people are. Look at this big old space. Even if it's only 900 square feet. Look at this big old space. Okay, why are they so close to each other? You don't have to do that. Instead, you can go over there, way from a distance, and then just continue to keep your distance from Louise, who has the same color Range Rover as you, all right? You can just kind of, keep it moving, as my people like to say. Keep it moving. Hey, how y'all doing? But I'm going to stay over here. I'm not going to be in Louise's face. I'm just not, okay? Because that closeness can set off a little bit of irritation on your behalf and on Louise's behalf, and that is not our goal for this holiday season. Next, should you go over there and start a fight before the cranberry sauce is even opened? All right? No, you already know the answer to that. For me, my family, opening the cranberry sauce is the last thing we do before we eat. So everybody comes in, you kiki and you kaka, and you have your little drinky drink, watch the game, catch up, woot woot woot. Then when we're ready to serve dinner, we open the cranberry sauce. So this is about like halftime. If Christmas dinner was a game, this is about halftime. So we're not fighting before the event is even half over, okay? Now, that's not what we're going to do. Instead, we are going to agree, or you can agree with Louise, who has the same color Range Rover as you. You can agree with her, like, hey, you know what, Louise? Screw you and your Range Rover that's the same color as mine. However, for the next 24 hours and in an effort to keep things copacetic and chill on Christmas in front of Grandma and all our little dumb kids, we're going to call a 24-hour truce. Countries do this all the time. They're just like, you know what? It's like a holiday that we believe in. Let's not fight on this holiday. Instead, let's call a truce. Yes. 24-hour truce. And then tomorrow, you guys snug if your buck, okay? But not today, because it's what? A holiday. All right. Last thing. I'm missing one. No, I'm not. All right. So should you... You're like, you know what? I don't want to call a truce. I want to agree to fight at a particular time. Like in the schoolyard days. Meet me after science class 115 behind the bleachers. No. Instead, what we're going to do, and stay with me. Don't click off the video. Stay with me. How about, hear me out, agree to exchange a small gift with the person that you hate. Louise, all right, I see you have the red Range Rover. I am going to buy you a nice set of the little fragrance things for your car, $5 or less, I'm going to just give you a little small gift. I'm going to give you a Starbucks gift card. I'm going to give you a card just with a $5 bill inside, okay? I am going to maybe buy you a nice deck of playing cards. A lot of people love a playing card deck, okay? Something cheap. Agree to exchange a cheap gift. Why does this work? I know you think there's no way in hell, but if you have hope of being Louise's favorite cousin again, this is a really nice way to start to melt the ice, right? You guys have a big old iceberg in between you, and that doesn't always need to be there. If you can will yourself to give up $5 to $10 and just do a little bit of a thing like goodwill, and we can get Louise to also return the goodwill to you. That is a really nice way and cheap way to start to kind of, melt the tension, as they say. I don't know if anybody says that, but I'm going to say it. So I hope that these 5 things really helped you in some way. We're just, if for no reason, just to put on your mind that a lot of disagreements, not the serious ones, I understand. A lot of things are very serious and they need to be talked about. They're more serious than what I'm talking about. But a lot of things we can come together on. All right, Luis, next time, don't buy the red Range Rover. You know I'm talking to you. But for the rest of you, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas week. It's Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow for the next Vlogmas. Bye.